here, and I do have to speak in English. So I just gave you a little bit of Italian. I know, I'm sorry. But first, grazie. Grazie to Minister Giannini for being here, to Presidente De Luca, to Mayor De Magistris, to the rector, to the teachers, and of course, all of our students here today. Where are our students? I'm so excited to be here today. It's the opening of our first ever iOS Developer Center here in Europe. So first, on behalf of our CEO, Tim Cook, I want to tell you how thrilled Apple is to be just a part of this amazing institution, of this amazing program, of this amazing day. It's a partnership and a really special one. I also want to thank Prime Minister Renzi, who was with Tim when he announced the center earlier this year and Apple's investment and partnership. And the Prime Minister was so determined to bring the Academy to Italy to have this be the first iOS Developer Academy in Europe. This country has such a long history of innovation, of entrepreneurship, and of beautiful design. And that feels very much at home for Apple. Now I have to start by saying how proud I am of all of you. You students are the very first class of the center here in Naples. We had thousands of students apply for just 200 available spots in this first year. The competition was very tough, the bar was very high, so a huge congratulations to each and every one of you, to your families and friends and the people who supported and got you here. I met some of you this morning, and I got to hear a little bit about your backgrounds. You come from 11 different regions across Italy, and also I heard the Netherlands, Germany, Latvia, and even Madagascar. Now, you may be from many different places, but it was obvious just in the little bit of time that we spent together that there is an energy, an enthusiasm, and a creativity that brings you together as one. Of course, today is just the beginning, and today is where the real work starts. But we hope that the Academy will offer you an experience that is totally unique, and that is based on what Apple's best engineers, our best developers around the world, our designers believe is the most important in today's world of technology. For nearly 40 years, Apple has been investing in developing innovative technology. But that technology is dedicated to unlocking the potential inside all of us. That's very much part of who we are. We say it's part of our DNA. And we take the same approach to education. We aim to think different, to look to the future, to find a way to go to places that no one thought was possible. The iOS Developer Academy is an important part of this. It's been just 8 years ago that the app revolution started. We kicked off the App Store with just 500 native apps and saw over 10 million apps downloaded by iPhone and iPod Touch owners in just one weekend. Now, we knew there was demand for this type of platform, but the rate of growth of apps surprised even us. A new industry was born at that time. Today, there are over 3 million registered iOS developers in Europe alone, who are responsible for some of the more than 2 million apps available on the App Store. These continue to help and amaze people every day in countries around the world. In Italy alone, there are over 250,000 registered iOS developers. I was lucky to meet some pretty cool developers here with Tim in January. We met Music Smash, the world's largest lyrics catalog, where you can catch your favorite lyrics via your Apple Watch app. And Curami, based out of Rome, a virtual ticket app that eliminates the need to wait in line. And across Europe, we're seeing some fantastic apps that are breaking down more barriers into more traditional markets. Just look at Mr. Porter, originated here in Italy, which is now the world's leading online lifestyle store for fashion, design, and art. Or Monzo from the UK, which is aiming to change banking next year with their iPhone and Apple Watch app, which lets you monitor your transactions as they happen, and then you can even ask Siri to send a payment for you. Thanks to the really smart thinking coming from these and other developers, I know that apps are and will continue to be a really important part of our lives. They're helping us keep track of our health. They make sure we're always in touch with our friends wherever they are around the world, and they make sure we don't get lost, something I had to use a lot in the last few days. Now, what we've done with the App Store is really just create a global marketplace. And now it's a marketplace that anyone can enter. Each one of you will be entering it, no matter where you are, what your interest and passion are. But I believe the real success story with apps is the talent and the creativity that has emerged as a result, with developers bringing forward new ideas and breaking new ground at a pace that is nothing short of amazing. This really excites us at Apple, and we believe there's a lot more to come. That's why we started our work to build a dedicated iOS Developer Academy here. Smartphone usage is going up, and we've seen an entirely new economy emerge through the development and use of apps. In Europe alone, around 1.2 million jobs have been created thanks to the iOS app economy, with 75,000 of those jobs right here in Italy so far. And that job market is only going to increase. Through the Academy, we want to empower people even more to join and be successful in this sector. And we want to establish an approach that gives more people the skills and understanding to transition from the education they received in school to actually developing a real app. An approach that takes real-world experience and puts it into your classroom here, that bolsters your entrepreneurship energy so you can work with industry know-how and get your great ideas off the ground. And then keep your head above water so you can make a little money in those early years that are so hard for an entrepreneur. Over the next 9 months to a year, you students will be immersed in all aspects of the iOS platform. It's an innovative space that we've designed along with your architecture professors here to help you put yourself right in control of your learning environment. The center, which is gorgeous and not finished yet, is equipped with labs and collaboration areas, open spaces that encourage you to work in a team as you strengthen your knowledge of how you approach and go from design to concept to actual delivery of an app. The program's focus on learning the real-world challenges and tasks will give you the skills we believe are needed to succeed in this industry. There are 100 of you here today, students. Another 100 will join in 3 months, and 400 more students next year. And you're leading the way for the many hundreds that will follow after that. Now, we think it's really important to help unlock the potential of young developers and make sure that app development and the app economy are open to everyone. Seeing you do really well in this space just might be the key for someone else who thinks developing apps is something they cannot do. That's also why the Academy has a scholarship program, and kudos to the president for making that happen. It's truly open to students from all backgrounds and walks of life. Now, we at Apple feel so strongly about this that we're looking beyond just the center here today in Naples. So I'm pleased to announce that in addition to the Academy here, we are teaming up with at least 5 more universities in the Campania region as part of our iOS Foundation program. This will lead to more and more young people being given the crucial skills and support to get into app development. That program will offer a 3 to 4 week course in iOS development and give students an introduction to the fundamentals of developing in iOS. We expect this to reach over 800 students just in the next year. So it's a great opportunity to magnify the wonderful beginning here It's a great opportunity to work with students and teachers across the region and advance our work and the work that you're doing right here at the First Academy in Europe. So in conclusion, for all of you starting your training this week, today is a major step on what we hope is an exciting and rewarding journey for you. This is for you. We have seen that developers have the power to change the world, and many already are. We have developers that are improving people's lives. We have developers who are saving lives. By developing apps, you too have the opportunity to have a tremendous impact on the world, on people around the world. I encourage you to find your passion, like you were doing this morning in class, and use that to guide your work. Based on the energy and enthusiasm I saw from you today, I know we're going to see some amazing work come out of these programs, some amazing developers, and I can't wait to see where you go from here. Grazie mille.